Good evening, PHS parents. Welcome to the 2020 virtual open house. I'm Mike Kenney, your kid's law teacher. I'm actually going to be reading off a screen, so when you see my eyes darting back and forth, that's what's going on. In the Law and Society class, the aim is to provide students with sort of a basic foundational understanding of the American legal system. Content really is applicable to anyone, regardless of what your career interests may be. All productive, responsible citizens benefit from having an understanding of the legal system. So, in this class, some of the basics, including the organization of the courts, the difference between criminal and civil law, terminology, procedures, protections afforded to us as citizens. Students have already learned the concept of reasonable doubt, for example, this year, the standard of proof required to convict somebody of a crime. And to do that, we actually watched the classic movie, 12 Angry Men. There literally isn't a law high school class anywhere in the nation where that's like not part of the curriculum. Later on, if we're able to pull it off, in a couple months, I'd like to hold a couple of mock trials as well. In previous years, those have been highlights for students. Kids get assigned the role of attorneys, witnesses, jurors, and then we ultimately play out the trial, and that concludes with jurors deliberating and trying to reach a verdict. Forces kids to use critical thinking and communication skills, two things that are pretty much like central to the social studies department. Fingers crossed we can make that work. With regards to grades, everything in my classes has an assigned point value. Smaller assignments like homework or something we do in class together is probably going to be single digits, anywhere between 4 and 10 points. Larger things like a quiz or a small project could be 20 to 30, and then tests, essays, 40 to 50 points. They ramp up in value. If I could pass along a message to your kids, keep on showing me effort, because that's what I'm looking for. Ultimately, if you're willing to put in the work, then I can help you. If you choose not to, well, you've taken the ball out of my hands. I'd rather have a kid grind it out, ask questions, and ask for help, because that way we can overcome misunderstandings, get around obstacles, and move forward. One other thing, if you could remind your kids to charge their Chromebooks, like that's wicked important in 2020. We need those to be functioning and operational. And when your kids are at home, even though it's a weekday, it's still a school day. Thus far, it seems at least that everybody's adjusting to the hybrid schedule. We want to make the most of it. We know it's not easy, but keep on keeping on. Alrighty, guys, if you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy to help. Good night.